Hello, welcome to another One Thing Wednesday. Today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about accessibility and specifically alt text. So what is alt text? Basically, it's a short description of an image that exists in your code. So it's not visible to most users, but it's used by screen readers and by search engine crawlers to work out what the image is. So when should we write alt text? There's a bit of a misconception that you should write alt text on every single image on your page, and that's not really true. If you have an image that's just completely decorative, like a banner image or something like that, and it doesn't convey any meaning, then you can just leave alt text empty or as null. However, if you've got a functional image, so that could be something like a diagram that goes along with a set of instructions or an image that shows something that the text is talking about, then you should include some kind of alt text. Another case is if you've got images of text. So this sometimes is like banner images or things like that, where you've actually embedded the text in the image itself rather than having it as HTML. The ideal scenario is that we make sure that that doesn't happen and we try to include HTML text over banner images and things like that rather than images of text. It's good for SEO purposes, but it's also much better for accessibility. If that's not possible, then you can use an alt text to add that image as a descriptor. So, how do we write good alt text? Firstly, remember that it could get really annoying if your alt text is super long or keyword stuffy. Alt text will be read out loud to visually impaired users who are using screen readers and things like that, so try and keep it succinct. Also remember that not all images will, or not all users will be able to see where the image is on the page or the context surrounding it. So make sure that it makes sense even if you can't see the page. So the best way to check this is just to download a screen reader. I really like Chromevox, or if you're on an Apple device, VoiceOver is really good as well, and it kind of is included natively. So you can begin to get a feel for how screen reader users would experience your alt text. And your page. And my final tip is please don't keyword stuff. Often people like to try and ram as many keywords into alt text as possible for SEO purposes, but that is super annoying if you need that alt text for a functional purpose, if you're using a screen reader or something like that. Hope that was helpful. If you've got any questions, do let me know. Thanks for listening.